There's one idea in Jewish spirituality which really at times seems to contradict so much of the spiritualities that exist in the world. And that is the idea of fully embracing the now. Of course, we're supposed to live in the present as Jews, to be connected to the Yud K, the Vav K, the eternal past, present, and future presence of the universe, to give thanks to Hashem, to have such joy of life, such simchas chayim. But we're not supposed to fully embrace the now, in the world as is right now. Right now we're in the 9 days. Misha nichnas Av, when Av comes in, mema'atin besimcha, we're reducing our joy, we're reducing our simcha, we're reminding ourselves of this idea that as long as there is a broken world, that as long as there's no Yerushalayim in its completeness, Jews cannot fully embrace the now. And in microcosm, this is most expressed through a Jewish wedding. Jewish wedding, as anybody's been there, it is the highest of highs. We value the eternal bond that is being built, and there's a mitzvah of being so besimcha, people losing their minds in simcha to Hashem and into making these people happy. And yet there's an idea in halacha, lo yetechen lismoach besimcha shlema. You cannot fully rejoice with a complete joy. And we see this most demonstratively that under the chuppah, we lishbor the kos, we break glass. The reason we're doing that is to remember two main things. She'adayin yesh tsar ba'olam, that God forbid there is still tsar in the world, there's still pain, there's still suffering in this world, and that is not the way that Hashem wants this world. And of course that the Beis HaMikdash is charuv, the Beis HaMikdash has been destroyed, and all that it represents of shleimut, of completeness for the Jewish people and for the whole world. And in that moment, at that wedding, we say the psalm, Im eshkachech Yerushalayim tishkach yemini. If I forget Jerusalem, let me forget my right hand. Im lo a'ale et Yerushalayim. If I do not bring Jerusalem, Yerushalayim and all it represents, al rosh simchati, at the head of my simcha, at the head of my joy. Any incredible Jewish moment where we're supposed to be completely infused with life and energy and joy, we still need to remember Yerushalayim. And then by doing that, by stopping in the middle of time, even at joy, and saying, we need to remember, then she'achatuna mechuvenes letikun ha'olam. We're remembering in that moment that this wedding, that this partnership, that this joy is incomplete. We can't go fully all the way. And what that does is that wedding, when you do access that joy, afterwards, it becomes simcha amitit. It becomes true simcha. But that celebration of life is not frivolous. It's a joy that says, I'm going to build a home, I'm going to live life, I'm going to celebrate life. Let it be a holy joy. Let it be a joy that says, I want to make this world better. I want to be involved in tikkun olam. I want to heal this world. I want to celebrate and be so happy in order to make this world closer to a rebuilding of the Beis HaMikdash. That as long as there is a broken world, that as long as there's no Yerushalayim in its completeness, Jews cannot fully embrace the now. At the same time, we have to try our best to strive throughout the year to be so besimcha, just being grounded and anchored in a perspective and an anchored forward and wanting it to be anchored to holiness.